Well, it's Long John, Long John. He long gone, long gone. He long gone, he long gone. He long gone, long gone. Well, if I had listened, what the roses said, I could been at home, and the roses dead, Well, if I wouldn't listen, got to run and around, First thing I know, I was jailhouse bound, Well, I got in jail, with my mouth poked out, Well, now I'm in the pen, and I can't get out.
I already told you before, turn off the TV. The way to guard your mind is to take charge of what you listen to and what you let your eyes see. Because the more they can hold on to your attention, the easier it becomes to manifest more chaos and wars and hopelessness and fear through the power of your own mind. We are able to change our being. Who you are today is a sum of your beliefs, and what you now believe is a function of years of social condition and experience in culture. Understand that you do not believe what you see what you already believe.
We have to start by loving ourselves, because what you say to somebody is a reflection of how you feel about yourself.
The picture that you see here is just a man getting off a boat that's been chained and enslaved. When you hit the plantation, you was walking around Brooklyn. You wasn't in chains. It was all mental from the jump.
Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of High Frequency Convo. I'm your host, as always, Wes Hunt. This is my co-host, big brother and business partner,
Trust the God.
And this is the podcast where we spark blunt and conversation. This is episode 44, part 1. And in this episode, we basically talking about modern slavery versus traditional slavery. Like, share, and subscribe if you're getting any value out of the content. Like, share, and subscribe to H.F.C, ETWTV. Follow me on SoundCloud, West Hunt LG. Follow me on Instagram, Wolf Hunt 718, WXLFHUNT 718. And check out Wolfmatic 2 on SoundCloud, out now. Go check that shit out. It's fire, man. We got Seaman Reed coming out. Go check out. Ring that bell as well. Ring that notification bell so you can be the first ones that when we upload or drop a new video, you can get it instantly. Boom. All the fucking great content we got coming out for y'all. But this is episode 44. I'm gonna get into it. And you can basically go on with the idea of modern slavery versus mental slavery. Which one is worse? Or are they the same, or do they kind of coincide with each other regardless? But this first content we got coming out from Eva. What you said?
I said Alador.
I don't know if you're saying
Eva Aladoya. I don't know if
you say your name right. Eva Aladoya.
Oh, there you go. Eva Aladoya. Yeah.
Eva Aladoya. I don't know if you say your name right, but
Yeah,
I think come from mental slavery was Kanye West right. So we can get into it. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, baby.
Control the masses, they need the power of the creative imagination of every individual in the nation. It's why they constantly strive to get your attention, and the easiest way is to have you dine at a table of fear, where they serve you a feast through the images you see and the words that you hear. And they are happy to keep us divided through religious propaganda, through race and gender, because the moment we come together, we become stronger. We have become enslaved mentally through many years of social conditioning. When we think about slaves, we only like to think about the people who've been unfortunately physically oppressed and shackled by the limbs. But the worst kind of slavery is the kind that holds you bound in the mind. Understand that you are daily reprogrammed, conditioned, and manipulated by the powers that be. I already told you before, turn off the TV. The way to guard your mind is to take charge of what you listen to and what you let your eyes see. Because the more they can hold on to your attention, the easier it becomes to manifest more chaos and wars and hopelessness and fear through the power of your own mind. We must understand that the quality of a nation is not dependent on the men who hold political positions of power, but on the collective consciousness of the people together. And so to change the world outside of yourself, you must be willing to change the world inside of you first. And it is by changing our thinking that we are able to change our
Lady is saying, I haven't disagreed with one thing she said yet. She is saying fucking facts. Listen to this lady, and she said it in poetry. So, but she's saying straight facts, man. Modern slavery versus mental slavery.
In our thinking, that we are able to change our being. Who you are today is a sum of your beliefs, and what you now believe is a function of years of social conditioning, experience, and culture. Understand that you do not believe what you see what you already believe. So don't be afraid to question all things, to ponder and think, to discard the ideas of other men and let go of what you've been told, forget what you think you know, just start again. More than half of the world is just zombies walking. They got brains but don't think for themselves. They're living unconscious, consumed by TV programming and addicted to the rush of dopamine from tele devices and social vices. They know the right angles for the perfect selfies but don't know what the self is. They're focused on everything that's happening outside of themselves and living depressed, constantly comparing their lives to the highlights that they see on their feed when they swipe, and it's a hard life when you don't have 1,000 more likes, and worse, you're broke, you can't even afford life. This is mental slavery. As a species, we have slowly begun to teach our brains how to lose focus, constantly distracted by beeps and notifications. And we have learned social depression and the art of living unconscious. We are living in times of great mental slavery. We no longer think deeply before we speak. Instead, we're eager to type comments quickly in a beat to fit in. If you follow the crowd because their opinions are so loud that it drowns out the voice of your own powerful reasoning, then you are mentally enslaved. We live in the most advanced world that we could have ever dreamed of, and we have been provided with tools which have exponentially expanded our views. But instead of becoming renewed in the way that we think and in the things that we do, we have found ourselves today more depressed and confused, because the problem is not in the tools but in the way they are used. We must learn to begin consciously choosing for ourselves what we will follow, what we will think, and what we will do. All our lives we've been programmed to believe that we must accept whatever's handed down from generation through religion and education. We've been taught to believe that we cannot choose, that we are supposed to live by the code monkey see, monkey do. And this is mental slavery. So free yourself, own your mind, own your thoughts, and own your life. And the best place to start is to start with love. What is love?
We have to start by loving ourselves, because what you say to somebody is a reflection of how you feel about yourself when you put that energy in the world. I love myself. If you start thinking about love and start feeling love and thinking about forgiveness, then you can overcome things.
That was Eva, I don't want to mess up your name, Aladora, Aladia, I believe. No disrespect, not to say what's kind of what's right. And everything you said, Ma, was amazing. It was on point. I didn't disagree with nothing. Well articulated and its artistic form. Amazing job. Now, I mean, but we get into it. Modern day slavery. Is there modern day slavery? If so, what it is? And the reason I'm asking, and of course, we believe there's modern day slavery because a lot of people don't think there's slavery. You talk to people outside, they think slavery is only this perfect image you see on screen.
You see, you know why?
But let's answer. Then you go right into it. Is there modern day slavery?
Yeah.
Why? And you go
modern day slavery, of course.
So,
and the problem why people don't believe they're enslaved is because
they're not physically enslaved.
Why? Because they were sold the image of slavery. So once they were sold that image of slavery and what they're in don't resemble that, they feel that they're not enslaved. Because here's the irony of it. This picture you see here is just a man getting off a boat that's been chained and enslaved. When you hit the plantation, you was walking around Brooklyn. You wasn't in chains.
That's all mental.
You wasn't. It was all mental from the jump.
No, that has to coincide there.
It was. That's my point. It was always mental from the jump.
But is there modern day slavery? Because people only indicate slavery as being physical. Like you said this.
Only so because
is there modern day slavery right now? Like,
yeah, because
slavery or just being
yes, slavery.
Like
because
slavery.
Yes, because slavery never ended.
I know you disagree with that. How deep is that? Slavery, for all the history that's deep.
Slavery never ended.
It's still there. Slavery,
what they did,
it's crazy, right? It never ended.
What they did,
doing this shit for like we're free, but it's slavery never ended.
What they did was find a way to make you, like I said, they sold you a picture of what slavery looked like, so you believe it. And to really clarify my words, it's not so much even slavery. You're talking about the art of deception, the art of war, and you're talking about a war that we lost, a battle that we lost. And when you lose the battle, all they did was take you from your land and moved you from that land to this land and took this nigga and put him on that land. So we gonna call that, it's not really slavery, we're prisoners of war. But the act of being a prisoner of war, and we still are prisoners of war. So yeah, we still are, I'm gonna go with the common term, the layman's term, we still slaves. It never stopped. You know what I'm saying? It never stopped because
servants.
Yeah, because you didn't see a nigga getting off a boat. Because you don't see a nigga getting off a boat in shackles no more. It doesn't mean it stopped. It never stopped. So that act of it stopped, right? So they allow you to come to America and all over the world freely with an immigration card, green card, visa, whatever. You could travel and go work. 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, 40, 50, 60 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? Away from your family. Can't see your family. With not enough money to even take care of your family. With not enough money to support your family. You know what I'm saying? You want to tell me that this ain't slavery? You want to tell me this ain't indentured servitude? You know what I'm saying? Not proper health care. Not proper education for your children. It's worked out so well. They got you working 8 hours a day and they got your kids in school 8 hours a day. Well worked out. Well worked out.
Is there modern day slavery? Yes, and he said the deepest shit. Slavery never ended. And we go to traditional slavery and the effects of that as well. But, and don't get me twisted, traditional slavery is crazy. And we're going to play another clip. It's apropos that when I react to these videos, I really don't like to really know and react to it, so it'll be fresh. So I just kind of skim. And I have another Kanye West clip going to, is meant to say, everybody call him crazy. So I have that queued up for the next segment for traditional slavery. Now I mean, because it was at a certain point, I believe, a choice. I mean that because I don't understand or understand what he means. But do modern day slavery still exist? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know why? He never fucking left. He just called it modern day because we in the modern times. But that slavery still exists? Yes.
Yeah, it never ended.
Yes. And one could argue that's even fucking worse. Because you know why? Because we don't think we're
being slaves. Yeah. That's
scary.
That's the worst part.
Then you think you're free. Now what I mean? So it's like, but hell yeah, like what Shorty said, all the technology, and all this is agenda-based, all the technology, all the social media, if you watch the other episodes about the descent-based slavery and basically the history of that type of shit, we showed that even social peer pressure, slavery, social peer pressure, mind control and shit, all that's a form of slavery.
Yeah, because
you don't want to step out of bounds. It's almost like niggas on a plantation, you about to skate, they pull a massa.
Oh yeah, or they say, why you want to do that?
Yeah,
why you want to do that?
It's the same thing.
Massa treats us.
How about this? We made a thing about the Emerald Tablets for all the haters that was going on about Emerald Tablets for everybody that supported. Great for everybody that did it. That's cool. I'm glad I engaged for real talk. I'm trying to be facetious, but for all the people that was going against it, y'all sound like the house niggas. I said, I asked a few of y'all, did I even do the research? What do you know about this? Send me the scriptures, the back of your thing. Nobody ever replied to those. So like, do y'all even know? Do you ever know? We still learning. So do y'all even know? Do y'all even do the research and argue with it? Or y'all just keep going? Y'all sound like the Massa. Yo, what? Massa told me you just getting fed.
And then the thing about it is
this. Words are lying to you. So I believe you. Like you said, I'm not cutting you off.
No, sorry, you talking.
Why you said it? You said things years ago, and you gave me a Jew years ago. How the fuck are you gonna trust your captors? The niggas that got you in prisons of war. How you gonna trust the people that got you in prison?
To teach your kids, to feed you, to educate you, to give you fair wages. Are you serious? And then here's the thing about it, right? When a person asks you to prove what you're saying, I don't have to prove what I'm saying. Because here's the thing. If you don't already believe what I'm telling you, right? So nothing I say to you will prove it. So the best thing for you to do, the most intelligent thing for you to do is to research on your own and disprove what I'm saying. But it's very hard to disprove against a book that was written 5,000 years ago, Bible, Quran, Torah,
at the time it was written 3,000,
and something that was written 250,000 years ago, and 30 and 40,000 years ago, tablets and scrolls. So you will have to then disprove those books. And not only that, written in stone, not on paper, stone. So you can't change words in stone. It's a fact.
That all your scientists y'all believe, your archaeologists y'all believe, or your historians y'all believe, says it exists. The Epics of Gilgamesh, they say it exists.
Facts.
The Emerald Tablets, the tablets of My nigga, the tablets are dope. All these different mad different tablets.
And all the extra books that was left out of the Bible, the Book of Enoch, and all these books that was left out of the book. These books, you know what I'm saying?
It's not
you know what I mean? The council in Nicaea actually it convened, and they put together the books that they wanted in the Bible.
How about that?
You know what I'm saying? Constantine the Great, not Jesus, not Yeshua, who's his true name. Constantine the Great constructed the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Evil man.
I'm playing this. Alright, let me put the devil's advocate. Same rule, right? Cool. Y'all right, I got nothing to lose. What if you're right? How about this? What if you're right about 5% of the shit we said on these 44 episodes? Is that enough to be scared? We talk about UFOs, conspiracies, secret organizations, mental slavery. What if you just right about 5 to 10% of it? Why do y'all close yourself off? You know I've asked, and I want you to ask. And anybody that can disprove me, put it in the comments. So y'all want to comment. So we getting more comment engagement. I'm loving it. I'm thanking it. Since y'all put it in a comment. What did you learn after school?
What did you learn in school?
No, now people learn in school. I'm talking about they learn. Okay, I learned in school, but you forget. But like because you learn shit in school, but ask me this. I've asked you this. Nobody have said nothing yet. What have you learned after you left school? Whether it's college or whatever. What have you learned on your own? What books have you read on your own? What research have you read on your own? What things have you learned on your own?
And then just
that wasn't fed to you by the fucking agenda.
And then here's the thing. Once again, we just
and I did it. I did it live. I've asked at least 5, 6 people, and nobody could fucking give me an answer.
You're educated by your capturers, right? So you're being educated misinformation. Your whole life is misinformation of education. You know what I mean? The stories of Columbus, you know what I mean? Martin, the stories about Martin Luther King.
That's why they got the Columbus letters. Yeah, he got his old letters and stuff, and all this is fucking out there.
Yeah, I've read Christopher Columbus.
Exactly.
I've read them.
Exactly.
Now, I've read it.
But I'm trying to say,
it's out there to be read.
But it's out there to be read, and he's saying all the truth that he didn't discover shit. There's people on the planet.
Yeah, because he came here, he saw people that look black.
It's in his, not our speculation. It's in his fucking letters.
Down to even the argument of the indigenous people of this place. When you read the letters and from the explorers that came here, the people are black.
Can I ask something?
There's no argument of that.
Is letters a myth or is it tangible something you can see?
Willie Lynch, yes, it's tangible.
I've seen this Willie Lynch letter. You can put it up. Willie Lynch letters. They got the fucking. It's not the. But like I said.
But that to go back to what Shorty said.
Fuck.
To go back to what Shorty said. This is a tool. How you use the tool.
I said it all the time.
You know what I'm saying? It's how you're using the tool. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with a library. People always talk. This is no different than having a library with you at every given time at the pulse of your finger.
You can either look up things to knowledge yourself, or you can look up cat videos, girls shaking their ass, niggas getting shot.
You gotta research
all day.
And then the worst part about it is, you know what I'm saying, being the fact that this is given to us by our captors, here's the thing. You have the ability to go actually and order books. And buy books and read books. You don't have to take the information from here.
So let me so before we wrap this first part, does modern day slavery actually exist?
Yes.
And what's a way to identify it briefly and get out of it?
What's a way to identify modern day slavery and get out of it? To acknowledge within yourself that you're not truly free. You know what I mean? To get out of it, it's going to take all of us.
That's what you shall say.
It's going to take all of us. You know what I'm saying? But first you have to acknowledge to yourself, wait a minute, this is not fair. And if you could acknowledge and start to think for yourself, the thing is, start thinking for yourself. Like the last episode when we had the episode when V was here and we was talking about how could we, what the AIs and how we could defeat the AIs. And I said, raise yourself consciously and spiritually. That's what we have to do. Once you start to identify for yourself and think for yourself outside of the box that you've been placed in, then you can raise yourself. What my man Billy Carter said, you reincarnate yourself. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself on another plane of thought.
That's what self-reinvention really is. But do I think modern day slavery exists? Yes. And how do we get out of it? Use your eyes, not the two in your face, the one in your head. Use your third one, your pineal gland. Use your third eye to see what's really going on. And use your common sense. Like my mother always says, made before books. Follow your captures, and the people that gets exposed all the time for not having our best interest at heart, have our best interest at heart, teaching us, feeding us, and it makes no sense. So we're gonna get into part 2, which is traditional slavery, which really connects. It connects.
Let me show you a good example,
Quick,
real quick, fast, to show you how ill-minded people are. I'm the same way too, but here's it. Niggas drink bottled water because they be like, the water out the pipe ain't no good for you. What's the largest organ? What's the largest organ in your body? In your body, skin. Your skin is the largest organ, but yet still you wash your body with the same water that you wouldn't put inside your body. You wash your largest organ with it, and that's that.